The Mother by Gwendolyn Brooks. Abortions will not let you forget. You remember the children that you did not get. The damp small pulps with little or no hair. The singers and workers that never handled the air. You will never neglect or beat them, or silence or buy with a sweet. You will never wind up the sucking thumb, or scuttle off ghosts that come. You will never leave them, controlling your luscious sigh. Return for a snack of them, with gobbling mother eye. I have heard in the voices of the wind, the voices of my dim, killed children. I have contracted, I have eased, my dim dears at the breast they could never suck. I have said, sweets, if I sinned, if I seized your luck, and your lives from your unfinished reach, if I stole your births and your names, your straight baby tears and your games, your stilted or lovely loves, your tumults, your marriages, aches, and your deaths, if I poisoned the beginnings of your breaths, believe that even in my deliberateness, I was not deliberate. Though why should I whine? Whine that the crime was other than mine, since anyhow, you are dead. Or rather, or instead, you were never made. But that too, I am afraid, is faulty. Oh, what shall I say? How is the truth to be said? You were born, you had body, you died. It is just that you never giggled, or planned, or cried. Believe me, I loved you all. Believe me, I knew you, though faintly, and I loved you all. I'm going to tell you a secret that might be upsetting to hear. I'm a doula who supports birthing people through loss. Miscarriages, abortions, and medically necessary terminations are a part of so many of our personal stories, yet so few of us receive the support, kindness, and care we need in those moments. We are expected to recover physically and emotionally without guidance. We are left to grieve and process in solitude and silence. Our questions unanswered, our concerns and fears downplayed. Whether it's socially acknowledged or not, pregnancy loss is a part of each and every one of our reproductive lives. It's a shadowy topic that no one likes to touch, but imagine being in pain and no one feeling comfortable enough to comfort you. Even when we have our babies, the trauma of giving birth is treated as the normal cost of becoming a parent. The most dismissive thing you can hear while coming to terms with an unexpected birth intervention or injury is all that matters now is the baby's here, as if pain and loss of control are the normal cost of bearing a child. I remember after my first pregnancy loss, returning to work days later limping and pretending my pain was because of something else. I never let on to the hollow ache I felt in my chest or the feelings of isolation I felt in crowded rooms, or the vulnerability I felt at the prospect of someone suspecting the truth. My second loss required a hospital stay, and again I returned to work in social spaces as quickly as I physically could, concealing my pain behind my smile. By my third and fourth loss, I felt numb to the silence I'd become accustomed to keeping. And when I finally carried my child to term, my delivery was disempowering, and the experience and interventions left my body traumatized. But my baby was in my arms, so what right did I have to complain? My story is not unusual. These shadowy spaces are too often navigated alone. Now, as I near the end of my own reproductive years, I see similar gaps in the way menopause is understood and acknowledged. Without warning, our bodies begin to divorce a biological certainty that for many of us at its onset was the marker that defined our entrance into womanhood. We are left alone to process feelings of identity loss and uncertainty. We are left alone to question what happens to who we believe we are without it. Again, in these moments, our discomfort, concerns, and needs are trivialized or ignored. It's not a big deal. In fact, we should be relieved, right? sounds so familiar. For my own personal reasons, and in solidarity with every single one of us who has experienced the same, I have chosen to occupy the spaces where comfort and certainty are deemed unnecessary or unearned. This is my brand of doula support, at the intersection of pain and empowerment. I am here to give you space to let go, to seek and find answers, to need and receive care. And when it's over, I'm here to show you it's possible to heal, find pleasure, reconnect with yourself, and if you desire, reinvent yourself. Hello, Divine One. I'm Goddess Erica, and my divinity recognizes yours. Thank you to our sponsor, Chicago Dungeon Rentals, my favorite place to explore pleasure in private. Chicago Dungeon Rentals offers 2 beautifully designed, fully equipped, and meticulously maintained play spaces for you to explore your wildest fantasies in comfort and privacy. Whether you're an experienced player or new to the kinky scene, Chicago Dungeon Rentals has everything you need to create an experience you won't soon forget. From sensory tools to restraints to bondage furniture and more, you can take a closer look at their full list of offerings and reserve your own evening of fun at chicagodungeonrentals.com. And if you've enjoyed this video, consider following me here on YouTube or visit yesgoddesserica.com to learn more about my work and philosophies. You can also find my spicy content exclusively on makelovenotporn.tv. Check the video description below for details on how to join my watch parties and earn free viewing credits every month.